Hello guys, got a battle here against Magnez0mniac or something of the sort. Check out his YouTube and all that good stuff because he's a decent battler. So yeah, this was actually like a gym battle or something. I was the gym person who had 4 water types because that's how the gym worked. But I was leading off with Narrated, the Polytoad, and he has an Espeon out here. So I just kind of went for the Scald because I wanted to get a little bit of damage and see what the Espeon wanted to do. And then he set up a light screen, so I was like, oh, fuck. So he sets up the reflect, and I'm like, oh, well, you're probably light clay, and I'm screwed. So yeah, going to Gyarados, just gonna set up a Dragon Dance because I wasn't paying attention to the team preview, apparently. And I forgot he had a Rotom. So I'm gonna switch out because I don't want to be Thunderbolted or Will-O-Wisped. But I get some info right here. So he's not choiced because he went for the Will-O-Wisp, so that's good. Ferrothorn's pretty much the perfect counter to Rotom right now, but I'm gonna double switch because I know he has a Magnezone. Don't really want to deal with that shenanigans, so I switch out into my Chipman, the Jellicent, and he sets up a sub. Since he has a light screen, the Scald's not gonna break the sub. Stayed in because I knew he would probably go for substitute, and I wanted to break his balloon anyways, so yeah. But he goes for a Thunderbolt. I should be able to take one, but he actually crits me, so I don't actually get to break his substitute, which is like, oh, that just sucks. So now I just go into my Rotom Wash because I know I can probably take one hit and just hit him with the HP Fighting because this is a rain team. I don't want to use HP Fire. So I just go into HP Fighting, and this is a Scarf Rotom because you can see about the HP. He goes for the Thunderbolt, and I do take it, but he gets paralyzes me. So that's just hacks number 2 in a row. Magnezone is fucking with me since, you know, it's kind of like his signature Pokemon. I mean, that is his name, Magnez0mniac or whatever. So I just go into Latios. This one's choice Specs, and I'm just gonna trick because I know he has a Chansey, and it's pretty obvious he's gonna go out into that. So just tricked him the choice Specs, and I have his Eviolite, and tricked that to something else if I so please to, but we'll see. So he decides to lock himself on Toxic. I just went into Ferrothorn because it's like the perfect counter to Chansey / Blissey. So yeah, now I'm going to switch back out because I'm predicting the, what's it called again? Magnezone? But he actually predicts that and goes for the Toxic, but it misses. So you know, it's just a little bit of revenge hacks for the hacks that he had against me that cost me 2 pokes. So I'm just going to go for the Waterfall because I'm interested in how much damage it's going to do. I'm not sure if the Reflect's still up or not. That did a nice little chunk anyways, so yeah. I am a bulky dose, so that's probably why I didn't do too much. But so now, switch back into my Rotom because switch back into my Ferrothorn because I know the Rotom's either going to Will-O-Wisp or Thunderbolt. He probably should have just Thunderbolted, knowing that the Ferrothorn's going to come in. I don't really know what that screen was, but you know me, I always have some kind of random interrupting screen coming up on the recording. But this time I just went for the Power Whip because I thought he would probably go into Espeon. I don't know. I didn't think he would go into Magnezone twice. But since I can't really do much, I'm just going to set up my rocks. I mean, I might as well do it. You know, get some damage on that Chansey and the Espeon and whatever else he has, Altaria. So now he's just going to go for the HP Fire. Since it is in the rain, I know I can take one, but, you know, it doesn't really help me much since I can't break his sub with the Gyro Ball. So yeah, that's not fun. So Magnezone's being a pain in the arse. So yeah, now he's going to go for another HP Fire and kill me off, so, you know, whatever. Ferrothorn wasn't going to do much anyways. I doubt it could break its substitute with another Gyro Ball regardless. So now I just go into Ownage the Latios because I need something to break his substitute and I only have 4 pokes left. So yeah. Now he's just going to go for the Thunderbolt because it's a nice stab move. And it does a nice little chunk. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't paralyze me, but he didn't. But he actually stayed in here and went for, just stayed in to die. I don't know. But I killed him off with the Surf. I guess he didn't see the use in Magnezone anymore, which, you know, the rest of my team really didn't need him, since he does have the Rotom Wash. So now he goes into his Kajundo, and I'm going to predict the U-turn, just switch out into Gyarados after the Intimidate that does 30 damage, which is like, lols. whatever. So now he goes back into Rotom Wash because that's like the perfect counter to my little Gyarados guy. So I need the Gyarados out of the way, and if I set up a Dragon Dance, I can pretty much sweep his whole team. So I'm going to try to do that, just need to get the Rotom out of the way first. But that's going to be a challenge, so I just go into Magnez0mniac, because if Ferrothorn's out of the way, he can just go for another Will-O-Wisp or whatever he wants. So I'm just going to go into Magnez0mniac for, whatever. I'm kind of hoping he'll go for the Thunderbolt, which he does in a second, because I want to get a Toxic on the Rotom. So yeah, he does go for the Thunderbolt. Since I do have some special defense EVs, I do live it rather well, and I just go for the Toxic on that Rotom. So yeah! Now, just need to stall out this Rotom a little bit, because if that Rotom's out of the way, like I said, I can sweep his whole team with the Gyarados, which is what I'm planning to do. So just go for the Protect here. Yeah, that's good and dandy. No, I can't take a Thunderbolt, but, I can get some toxic damage on him. Regardless, kind of stalling myself a little bit too, because the burn's just going to hurt me more and more. So the Rotom's getting hit by toxic a little bit. I'm getting hit by the burn. Just going to switch out here into Latios, because I know I can take the Hydro or the Thunderbolt. Really, he probably should have went for the Hydro Pump, predicting me to switch out, but, that could have missed, and, yeah, wasn't really worth it, I guess. So he's getting getting hurt more and more by the Toxic. So now he's just going to switch out into his Altaria. Not sure what he was predicting. Maybe he was predicting me just to go for the Surf or the Thunderbolt, or the Thunder. But I go for the Draco, and that Altaria just got ripped a new asshole, because Altarias don't like taking Draco Meteors from Latios very decently. JS. So now he's going to go into his MCAT. I know not much on my team wants to take a Stone Edge, and I want to get the Scarf off of that Kajundo, because, I can just set up a Dragon Dance and sweep his whole team if that Rotom's out of the way. So I got the Choice Scarf away from him. He actually missed his Stone Edge, which is still kind of making up for the hacks earlier in the game. We're both at like 2 misses now, I don't know. Well, he has 2 misses, and I have a para and a crit. So yeah, now he switches into his Chansey, and I went into Politoed for some reason, I don't know. Switch out here because I can't really do much. Just gonna go into Gyarados because, whatever. I just need to continuously spam Waterfall to knock the Rotom down. But right here I actually go for the Taunt, I don't know why. I guess because if you stayed in with this Chansey, he couldn't Soft Boiled, and he'd just struggle. And if the Rotom came in, he couldn't Will-O-Wisp. But really, in hindsight, I probably should have went for the Waterfall, because I would be knocking that Rotom down rather well, because the Reflect's gone this time, and yeah, the Rotom Wash isn't going to appreciate a Waterfall too well, plus with the toxic damage. But I'm just going to switch into my Latios here, because I can take the Hydro and the Thunderbolt, and he can't go for the Will-O-Wisp, because I taunted him. Can't Pain Split either, which really wouldn't have been a good move regardless, because Latios has less HP. So he's going to go back into his Chansey. I'm just going to throw up a Draco Meteor, because I know it's going to do a little bit to this Chansey because it doesn't have the Eviolite anymore. So yeah. The Chansey took like 40%. Not really going to stay in because he's probably just going to lock himself on his Soft Boiled, and he's just going to stall out my Dracos, which wouldn't be very fun. I could probably get a crit eventually, but it's not worth it. Just saying. So, switch back into Gyarados, because that's been the plan the whole time for this Chansey. I did realize with this team it only had 1 physical sweeper, and then a Ferrothorn, and the rest were all special, so I need to work on that. But that place that I actually had the gym spot at kind of fell apart, so it doesn't really matter anymore. But I just went for the Waterfall. It was actually an Oko on that Espeon, which is like, whoa! That's pretty decent, Gyarados. But I'm going to go into his Kajundo again. I'm just going to go into Magnez0mniac just to die, because I don't really need him anymore. That's pretty much all Politoed was doing the whole time anyways, was Toxic something and then die. So now he's going to go into his I'm going to go into my Latios, because I'm Scarfed now. I can kill off that thing. But switches back into his Chansey, and, that's not good, because I'm just going to go for another Draco, which will do like 40% again. Who would have guessed? So yeah, looks like it did a little bit less that time, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm predicting right here he's either going to go for the soft boiled or the seismic toss probably, because he's choiced, because I tricked him. But he actually went for the toxic, but he missed again, which is like, oh. So he ended up with like 3 misses, and I had a crit and paralyze. So I'm just going to go for the waterfall here. He stayed in, because I guess he didn't want the continuous damage on the Rotom. I don't know, but he goes back into his Kajundo, just because he can get the Stone Edge on me, which he does do. So yeah, I know I can live with Stone Edge because I'm really bulky. This is the Bulky Dose Dragon Dance set. I don't know what it's actually called, but I know a Waterfall can just pretty much OHKO the Kajundo with the Rain Boost. So yeah. So this battle's starting to wind down. I think all he has left is his Rotom. Because, yeah, that's all he has left. Yeah. Now, I was kind of surprised here, but Gyarados was faster because I am bulky, but I guess Rotom Washes don't carry much speed. So yeah, he's going to kill me off with the Thunderbolt, but then I can just go back into my Latios for the game. So that was a really, really close game, 1-0. I actually thought I lost that because of hacks in the beginning, but remember to go check out his channel and comment, rate, subscribe. All that good stuff, you know. Just going to kill off this Rotom with the Thunder real quick like, and later, guys. Bye-bye.